Okay, so two other things that are going to happen inside triangles from time to time, much less than altitude and median, are perpendicular bisectors and angle bisectors. All right, we already know what an angle bisector is. An angle bisector bisects the angle, all right, cuts it in half, which means it makes two equal parts. So if you have an angle bisector, it makes two equal parts. Maybe I write down that they're angles. All right, or if I cut an angle in half, I get two equal parts that are angles. All right, super important. This doesn't happen all that often. All right, but there's going to be some special cases where if I have an altitude, I'm supposed to know that it also with an angle bisector in a specific triangle. So there's all this stuff that's going to happen that we're going to have to focus on when we're doing these things. All right, now when I take a median and an altitude and I put them together, I get a perpendicular bisector. All right, now people tend to kind of, I don't know, think this is very, very complicated. I say, what's a perpendicular bisector? They're like, I have no idea. Okay, well, I'll say what's perpendicular, makes right angles. What's a bisector? Cuts in half. Okay, what's a perpendicular bisector? Makes right angles, cuts the side in half. All right, so perpendicular bisector just takes a median and an altitude and combines them together. All right, in some of the triangles, an altitude will automatically be a median also. All right, but in some of the triangles. So that's what we're going to have to take a walk through with this stuff. This file is just going to ask you some vocab stuff, very, very basic kind of things. And then when you get into a little bit later in the isosceles and equilateral triangle things, we'll start having some questions where they're a little more complicated and they use these medians and altitudes and stuff a little bit differently.